Hey guys, today's video is very exciting because I'm sitting down and doing a full face using the Tutti Frutti collection from Too Faced. Well, it's nearly a full face. They've got like lip glosses, they've got face powders, foundation, they've got like new glitter shadows, which are like the equivalent of the Steeler Glitter and Glows, but Too Faced version. What else do they have? Highlights, eyeshadow palettes. They've got a little bit of everything in this collection, so I'm going to sit down and play with it today and give you like my first impressions on a bunch of the products. Now, I did actually film a full dedicated first impressions on the YAYYY full coverage foundation from the range yesterday, so this video should already be up on my channel right now of the foundation. I'll let you guys know my initial first impressions as I'm putting it on, but yeah, I don't really think there's much else to say. It's available on toofaced.com and it's now available at Mecca as well. So for my Australian fam, you guys can find it at Mecca now. And yeah, I'm really excited to get stuck into it. So without further ado, let's get this stuff on our face and play with some makeup. I'm so excited. So they don't have a primer to go with this foundation, so I am just going to go in and use the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which you guys know is a holy grail. Been using it for donkeys. It's my absolute favorite. So they say to make sure you really allow your foundation and your primer to soak into your skin. Start again. They say that you should let your moisturizer and your primer really absorb into your skin properly before you go ahead and apply the YAYYY foundation, because this is a different formulated foundation. So this is actually a gel consistency foundation, and you can really tell the difference in the actual like feeling of it versus a normal liquid foundation. And yeah, hint guys, I tried it yesterday, did a wear test, freaking love it. It smells like watermelon. It's got such nice coverage, so it's what I would consider like a medium coverage, but you can definitely layer it and build it up. Now they do recommend to apply it with either your fingers or a dry sponge, not a wet sponge, and I'm assuming that is because of the gel formulation of the actual foundation. And I'm using the shade Light Beige, which is the same shade as what I use in the Born This Way range. Okay, so there we have it on. I feel like this color is just a little bit dark for me at the moment because my fake tan is like a little bit so I look a little bit like a peanut butter face right now, but we'll fix that up in 1 second with some bronzer and some concealer. So I'm going to just use my Too Faced multi-use concealer, the super coverage one in the shade Vanilla. I'm just going to use the concealer to sort of balance out like the color as well of my foundation. And I'm just still using a dry blender as well. I'm not using a damp one. Okay, so this collection does come with a banana powder, and it's a setting powder. And oh, look at the packaging. Isn't it so cute? Like, these are the cutest compacts ever. So they've got gold backs, and in the front are like these beautiful little like emoji-esque packaging. So I'm going to use this to set under my eyes, and I'm just going to take an F35 tape highlighting brush from Sigma. I don't know what this smells like. It doesn't smell like bananas. It just has a really nice subtle, oh, I just got some in my eye. Whoa. It just has like a really nice subtle fragrance. I think that's quite nice under my eyes. They look really smooth. I don't know, does it look brightening on camera to you guys? I don't think I should use it to set my whole face just in case it has, you know, has actually brightened my face, but I don't think it has. But it's like nice, like I feel like it's just making the foundation look really smooth. I'm just going to take some of the Too Faced Ethereal translucent powder just to set the rest of my face, just because I don't want to set my face with that banana powder just in case. Well, is it banana powder or is it just setting powder? It says the brightening setting powder, so I probably shouldn't use it to set my entire face, otherwise we might look a little bit crazy if it does like have some highlighting properties. Okay, base is looking the goods. So I'm going to use the bronzer that comes in this collection, and it is called the Pineapple Paradise Strobing Bronzer. Look at that, isn't it so cute with the little pineapples? You can actually mix the two together or just use one or the other. That would probably be an okay highlighting shade just on its own for me. And then the actual bronzer is slightly illuminating by itself, but if you mix them together, you're going to get like a really illuminated bronzer. I think I might, oh gosh, that creamy. Like it's swatched on my hand so nicely. I think I'm just going to dab straight into just the bronzer side because I don't really like super glowy bronzers. I prefer matte. So I'm just going to just use the bronzer side. Ooh, that color's nice. Too Faced bronzers are literally like some of the best on the market in my opinion, so ain't no surprise that this is really pretty. And it's not actually like that luminescent. It looks more matte on the skin than anything. Yeah, that's like a really nice bronzer shade. It's a little bit more on the warm tone as well. Warm tone scale of things. Okay, so for blush, I actually have two of the duos. I've got the Fruit Cocktail Blush in Apricot or Strawberry. Ooh, cute. So these are the two here. Oh, the packaging's just like the sweetest. So this is the Apricot one, which I think is going to definitely be my cup of tea. Look at that. So you can either use the blush shade on its own for a little bit more of a matte finish blush. It still is slightly luminescent. You can mix them together to get like a glowy blush, or you could use this separately as a highlighter or strobe powder. So it's such a cute little compact. And then the Strawberry one, look at this. Isn't that like so cute? Oh my gosh, it just, oh, it's like a Barbie pink, and same sort of thing. You can mix them together or use them separately. I think I'm going to use the Apricot just because I do prefer like peachy, corally undertone blushes over pink on myself. So I'm just going to take the same brush I just used for the contour, but I'm just going to dust it off. And I'm just going to pat into the blush shade and just sweep it across my cheekbones. I'm just going to start off with just the blush shade, then I might mix in some of the shimmer because I do like a luminescent blush. Oh, it smells so good. This one smells like apricots. Is it supposed to? I think it is. Yep, apricot scented. And the Strawberry one is strawberry scented. Oh my gosh, let me smell it. It smells like Lip Smackers. Do you guys remember Lip Smackers? Oh, this collection is just so freaking cute. I can hardly deal, honestly. And this blush shade could very well be one of my new favorite blush colors. That is beautiful. It's just, oh. So I'm just going to mix some of the blush and the highlight to give me a little glow on the cheeks. Oh yeah, I see that. Cute. Okay, I'm feeling super bronzy. So now I'm going to use the highlight shade out of the little bronze duo because I just think this looks like a really nice color and like it'll look nice on my cheekbones. So I'm just going to take my F03 high cheekbone. I couldn't think what it was. And I'm just going to pop it along my cheekbones. Let's see if it's got a good glow. The glow is there. The glow is there. Oh, Too Faced is stepping it up with their highlighters. I feel like in years past they were kind of like underwhelming, but this is perfect. It's like nice and glowy. It's not glittery in the slightest. It's just like a really beautiful glow, like a dew on your cheeks. Stun. Speaking of which, I just realized I forgot to, damn it, I should have used these in my primer or foundation and I totally forgot. So they've got, where's the box? Let me tell you what it is before I go any further. They've got the freshly squeezed highlighting drops and they've got them in two different colors, I believe, and I think I've got both of them. Sparkling pink grapefruit and sparkling pina colada. It says, light up your look with these tropical gold pure sparkle highlight drops created with our exclusive weightless formula that smells like fresh pina coladas. For an all-over glow, use alone or add to your favorite foundation or moisturizer. Shake well before use. So I should have added it to my moisturizer. Damn it! Oh, I really wanted to use these too. So they've got the pink grapefruit one, which is like a ethereal pink sparkle, it describes it as. Oh, damn it, I wish I had have remembered. I totally forgot. I'll try this in my moisturizer and I'll keep you guys posted with how it looks. But can you guys see how it's like a duochrome pink inside? And so I'm assuming this one should smell like grapefruit. I can't really smell it. Is that what grapefruit smells like? I don't even know. What does grapefruit even smell like, actually? But, oh, I wish I had have remembered. That's so annoying. Sorry. This one looks pretty. This is a pina colada one. So it's like got like gold reflects in it. Oh, that looks really pretty. That'll be interesting to see how it goes in moisturizer. I will definitely try and keep you guys posted. So I'm feeling like super glowy and bronzed. I just need to put some brows on. So I'm going to go off camera and do those quickly, and then I'll come back and we'll do some eye makeup. Okay, so I've just popped some Too Faced Shadow Insurance on, and I'm just going to take a little bit more of that banana powder just to set that in place. Alright, so I only have one of the eyeshadow palettes. They've got the Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette, and they've also got a berry one, which looks really pretty if you guys like purpley shades. But this is so pretty. So it is pineapple scented, and check out the packaging. Isn't it just gorgeous? I just love the packaging of this collection. So these are the shades in the palette. Are they not like so pretty? I haven't swatched them yet. Oh, that coppery gold shade. Oh my God, I just stuck my finger in it and it's super creamy. It's like a creamy foiled kind of shade. Wow. Oh, that is pigmented. And the green is just a little bit more of a traditional shimmer by the feels of it. Oh, it's duochrome. Hello, duochrome. So like on one angle it looks green and on another angle it looks kind of like purpley brown. That's so cool. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it's a duochrome shade. Wow, I was not expecting that. So in today's video I am just going to be using the mattes out of this palette on my eyes though. Because I've got some of their liquid shadows. Oh, I've got stuff all over my fingers. Please hold. Okay, that's better. Had stuff all over my fingers. But this palette has 1, 2, 3 matte shades. So it's like you've got a brow bone matte shade, a transition, and a deep crease shade. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers. So I actually think this color here, the goldy shade, is like a metallic foiled. And then this one, and this one are just like traditional shimmers. Really nice little palette. Brett just came home, if you guys can hear the garage, which is probably a great time for me to quickly go pee before we get into doing our eye makeup. So I'm gonna go to the toilet. So the reason I was saying I won't be using any of the shimmers out of that palette, oh, I might use one of them for an inner corner highlight, is because I have a bunch of, oh, I just nearly knocked all my shit off. I have a bunch of the liquid eyeshadows. I've got Lemon Zest, which is like a yellow gold. How cute is the packaging too? I'm really curious to see how like these compare to the Stila Glitter and Glows. Then this one is called Citrus Mistress, which is like a really beautiful copper. Oh, I might use that. Mojito Madness, that's pretty. Honey Please, which is like a cool tone sort of brown shade with silver glitters in it. Ice Queen, which is blue. This is so pretty. I'm definitely going to have to use this all over the lid at some point in time. Not with today's shadows, but I will soon. And then Sweet Spot, which is like a really nice like light brown. The packaging is just so luxurious of these. And they've just got like a traditional doe foot applicator. I want to use Sweet Spot, but if I use that, it might look a little bit too similar to the look I did with the Pretty Rich collection. But I feel like that's one thing with Too Faced shadow palettes. They all kind of have like the same neutral tones in the palettes, and it's just that the shimmers are kind of mixed up depending on what palette you get. So just keep that in mind, that if you already have like a bunch of Too Faced palettes, you most likely already have these sort of similar shades in those palettes already. But if you don't have any Too Faced palettes and you like the smell of this, because it smells like pineapple and you like the look, then like definitely grab it. You know, you can't go wrong with some neutrals. So I'm just going to use my E25 blending brush. Of course, this will be the only blending brush I use today. And I'm going to start off with this shade here, which is the lightest out of the browns other than the brow bone highlight. So I'm going to use that one. And I'm just going to start by tapping it on first and then I'll blend. I can smell the pineapple too, by the way. It smells so good. So it's a nice brown, it's blending really well. It's just, yeah, it's just a brown eyeshadow. It's nothing fancy. So now I'm going to go into this dark brown shade. It is actually a really deep brown, so it'll be interesting to see how pigmented it is on the eyes and how easily it blends. So I'm just going to pat in with the same brush. It's definitely a little bit harder to blend, but typically I find like browns like this can be a little bit hard to blend, but we'll make it work. I feel like this color combo is so similar to what I just did in my Makeup Revolution video too. So sorry about that, but I mean, well, my speaker just turned off. But like when you only have browns to pick from, it's kind of hard to like make it look very different. So just take it for what it is. It's a nice brown though. I feel like those browns with that gold would be really pretty. All right, let's go in with some glitter. I think I'm going to go with that really dark shade that has all the multi-reflective, multicolored pigments in it. Oh, it looks really dark. I'm excited. Looking a little chunky, I think it might be. Oh, it kind of looks a little bit strange. Oh, I don't know about this color at all. This color just, it's not working with the dark base. Like, oh, maybe it is now that it's drying. Strange. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like it. It's not looking as patchy anymore, but it's not like as glittery as I was hoping for. We'll just finish the look and see how it goes. Yeah, this is just a weird color. I think I'm gonna have to go over it with another shade because I don't think I can live my life like this. I think I'll go over it with Honey Please, which is this shade. No, that's glittery. Yeah, the dark pigment under that other glitter was killing its vibe. Big time. Okay, that looks better. Just gonna let that dry. For my inner corner, I'm going to take my E46 inner corner brush and I'm going to use this shade out of the palette. Oh, that's pretty. I feel like this looks very similar to the look I did with the Pretty Rich collection, like nearly the same. Oh well. So I'm just going to do my lower lash line and I'm just going to use my E21 smudge brush and just use those two brown shades. Okay, so brow bone highlight, I feel like I should use the same shade I used on my cheekbones. And then next up, it's time for lippies. Now they have their deluxe, what are they called? Lip glazes. So they're like super pigmented lip glosses. And I've got a few of the shades. I think I already know which one I'm going to use, like a nudie colored one. Because I mean, I love a good nude. So I've got the shades Grin and Bear It, which is kind of like a rosy mauvey pink shade. Home Slice, which is like purpley kind of shade, purpley pink. Dreamsicle, which is beautiful. It's like a really gorgeous corally shade. I love it. Watermelon color. Totally Smash, which is like a fuchsia pink. Show Me Your Coconuts, which is like a nude, and I think I'm going to wear this one. Oh, it's like iridescent. Holy shit, and they smell so good. I feel very 90s grunge right now. Wow, I love. That's so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to jump off camera and just do my liner and chuck on some lashes, and then yeah, I'll give you my final thought. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. Super pretty, very glam while still being like neutral because it's all browns, I guess. But yeah, I think the look turned out really nicely. So I'm just going to go through from start to finish, just all my first impressions on everything and what I think is a must, what I think you guys can pass on. So the first thing, the YAYYY foundation. If you guys watch the first impressions, you already know I love this. I feel like it looks really beautiful on my skin. It holds up really well. It has a satin finish and I just think it's so lovely. So if you guys are looking for like non-mattifying finish foundation, definitely suss this one out. It is a satin finish, so I don't feel like it's like overly incredibly dewy. Like it's not like, I've always had this idea of dewy foundations that they're going to be like kind of wet on the skin. This isn't wet on the skin. It does dry down to a satin finish. It just has a very nice like healthy luminosity to that satin finish. I don't know if you guys can like see on camera what I'm trying to say, but it's really beautiful. I highly rate that. And then the little banana powder, I actually really like this. I felt like it set my under eyes nicely. I feel like my under eyes look super like airbrushed and very flawless, very full coverage. Majority of my pigmentation is concealed. So the combination of this powder with the Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer was like 10 out of 10. So if you guys are looking for a nice little setting powder, definitely suss this one out. The little bronzer duo Pineapple Sun, Not only does it smell amazing, but I really love the bronzer shade and the highlighting shade in this little duo. I feel like it's the perfect undertone for my complexion. It's going to work for those who are more in the medium category. So if you're super fair, it might be a little bit too warm for you. If you're super dark, then obviously it's not going to show up on your skin because it would be too light. So those who have a medium complexion, like light to medium, I think you'll be able to rock this. And I think the highlight in it is really beautiful too. Like, it's super glowy, and I didn't even have to build that up that much, but I mean, just while we're here, let's just go a little bit extra because love beaming. I really love like my cheekbones to look like they just dripping wet, and I feel like I get that with this highlight. Probably the best highlight I've tried of Too Faced to date, so I really like that, and it's nice it's in a little duo. Because if you guys like a luminous finish, you can swirl them together or you can use them separately. So really like that one. And then the blush, I obviously only use the highlight shade out of this duo mixed with the actual blush, but this is so pretty. It's called Apricot in the Act, and it smells like apricots, and I love the color of it. Like, totally a blush shade that I would wear on a day-to-day basis. So I think I'm definitely going to get lots of wear out of this one. And like I was saying in the video, I really enjoy like a luminous finish blush. So I like the fact that I can customize it and mix it with a little highlight as well. I think the highlight on its own would probably be a little bit too dark for me on my cheekbones, so I definitely think I would stick to just like swirling it together to actually mix with the blush. So yeah, it's really pretty. Really like that too. Then the little eyeshadow palette, where did he go? So the little eyeshadow palette, which is called Sparkling Pineapple, is super pretty. It's nothing like crazy unique in colors, but it smells good. The packaging is gorgeous and the shades are really nice. So you've got your essential like neutral tone, matte tones, and then you've got a few different like shimmer options, and you've got that metallic shadow, which I think that would look really beautiful all over the lid. It feels like a very foiled, heavily pigmented shade, and it's still like on my hand, as you guys can see there. It's this coppery shade. This coppery shade just here, so it's still on my hand after all that filming, and it's very reflective and really pretty. So it is a really beautiful palette. Do I think it's worth purchasing? Most definitely, but only if you don't already have like a bunch of the other Too Faced palettes. So I now have like the chocolate gold, obviously the chocolate bar palettes, and the Pretty Rich palette, and I don't feel like you need all of those as well as this. I would personally say go and splurge on the chocolate gold over this particular palette, but it's got like your main transition shades, and it's got a heap more foiled shadows, which I would personally gravitate more towards than this particular palette. But if you really like the colors of this, the actual formulation is lovely. The packaging is beautiful. Smells like pineapple. So if you don't have any of the other palettes, I would recommend, but for me personally, I think I would still reach for my chocolate gold palette over this one a little bit more. And then the glitter shadows. Okay, so I think it might just be this particular color, but where is it? Mojito Madness. It wasn't cute. It just wasn't. So I feel like this is a little bit of a weird glitter because it has the dark pigment base. So with these glitters, they have like a liquid shadow base with glitter mixed into it. So it's how you get like a nice opacity over the lid. And I just feel like the dark pigment in this didn't look nice. It looked patchy. It was a bit of a strange color. If they had this same glitter with a different shadow base, it was probably lighter, I think it would look really nice, but it didn't look very cute. But then when I topped it with Sweet Spot, I think it was that I topped it with, was it? Yeah, I think so. I feel like this is really beautiful and very comparable to the Stila Glitter and Glows, like when it comes to like glitter payoff and opacity. So I think it was just this shade is just a little bit of a miss because of the undertone, but I think the other shades will be really pretty. I'll have to play with them a little bit more just to keep you guys posted about the formulation, if it's consistent across the board or if it was in fact just this color. And then we have the lip glazes. Wow, I wasn't expecting like this sort of frosted reflect from it, because in the tube it doesn't look like it's frosted. And then when you put it on your lips, it's like bang. Like, I love this color. So you guys know I love the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks topped with a strobe, or even like just any lipstick topped with one of Huda Beauty's strobes. So I feel like I get the same sort of result with this. So it's not glittery, so it doesn't feel like, it's not chunky on the lips. It's not sticky, but it's very opaque, very pigmented, very luminescent on the lips. I feel like the light catches it at all the different angles and it looks really pretty, so I really like these. Anywho, I'm rambling now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section what your favorite product was out of the collection. Are you going to try anything from the Tutti Frutti range? What are your thoughts? I'd love to know, and I'll chat to you guys in the comments. So thank you so very much for watching to the very end, and I'll be talking to you all really soon. Bye!